tide is out. You can see it's still a little bit low. So Dave asked some questions about the boat and capacity, so I thought I would answer those while I'm waiting for the tide to come in. So he asked about battery capacity and fuel capacity, and we have a monitor to tell us how full things are. So the water tank is, we have 2 water tanks, so about 140 gallons of water, which is really a lot, except when we start taking showers, then the water probably goes down the fastest. The fuel is about 50 gallons of fuel, but then we also have a sail, so we can move a lot further for the same amount of fuel. The holding tank is probably one of the gating items. I think it's about 20 gallons, so that's the wastewater tank, and that's something we got to pump out, so that creates some challenges. And then one of the things I did was I installed a sensor here, so we can tell when the waste tank, there's a tank in there that goes with us everywhere because we can't dump overboard, obviously. So we can measure how much waste and when we need to pump that out. All the marinas have a place that you can pump out. This is the engine. It's a 45 horsepower engine. So it's enough to push the boat along, and we go about 9 knots top speed, usually 6, 7. And the batteries, we have 4 large house batteries, which have about 400 amp hours, which lets us run about a day and a half at the most before we need to recharge those. But the generator will recharge those, so we don't need to be back to a marina to charge up our batteries. We have a battery for the engine, a battery for the generator, and 2 batteries for the bow thruster. So we actually have 8 batteries in all on the boat. We do not have a solar system on our boat, but we do have a generator, so we use that. Here is the generator, which we had installed. So this will give us 120 volt power when we're at anchor, or if we're traveling, sailing, or something like that, and we want to have full power. We can run the generator, which has really come in handy several times. The main thing that needs that is the air conditioner and the heater when it starts to get cold traveling down in the fall, and then also hot water. If we don't run the engine will warm up the water, but if we don't run the engine, this will warm up hot water. And then it'll also charge up our batteries, because we'll use a lot of battery power. There's a large bank of batteries, which I'll show in another episode. I had to replace because they ran out. They died, actually, and so I had to replace all the batteries. Dave asked if I'm comfortable handling the maintenance on the generator and the engine, the batteries, and so forth. I'm pretty comfortable, although I still have a lot to learn, and I have found that I might not know as much as I would like to think I know, but I am a mechanical engineer and I'm pretty handy, so I tend to be able to figure things out. Just sometimes it takes longer than I would like.